most social when Vicky got with Will Chilton. And when Lara and me were like playing sick tennis, so like Lara would be sick on me, then me would be sick on Lara.
And Gemma with the Indian.
Oh yeah, and when Gemma got carted off in an ambulance, didn't she?
Shit.
On United Sports Day, I ran topless for 50 metres and everyone remembers it, but no one remembers who won. And I'm pretty sure that technically it was me who won.
Definitely the time when Emily Hodgson slapped Max Jellyman.
Would have to be when one of the class, Charlotte, was receiving some flack for something, and she turned around and said, "Why would I care? I don't know them." And I thought, that's a really good attitude, and I'm going to live my life that way as well.
When Sam shat on the sliding Westies.
Yeah.
Oh.
So go out the back. Gemma and
Ravi. Get out! Sorry, what?
Gemma Spicer with the Indian prince.
Elliot's
The boob grab of Elliot Wright to Miss Donnelly.
Basically, he had his phone in his hand, she was trying to get it off of him and he was holding it and then he started going like this and he basically gave her
Grab the boobs.
Oh yeah, when York put all the Eric Pickles pictures around the classroom and Miss Collier had to go and find them and some was still not around.
When Miss Ellison looks like she's gurning every time she looks at the computer.
At one of the socials, Jess Clement started dancing and started headbanging and then flipped her head back and managed to headbutt Katie and give her a nosebleed.
Probably went in DT the other week.
Yeah. What?
When
Favourite, or most memorable is when I stabbed myself with a pet in chemistry. That's definitely the most memorable, but it's favourite, it's a different matter entirely.
Well, we locked Ben Warwick in a phone box full of bees.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Okay, well, I have some very nice memories of your year group. My very first memory is actually, in fact, my very first lesson at Bishop Stockford School when I came for my interview, and I was being observed with the class, and I asked the students why a particular character was using slang. Katie Coulson replied it was because they're quite common. Another favourite memory from that same room was the sight of the tree surgeon appearing probably 30 feet up in the air, floating in the Leyland Eye. The look on Abby's face when he appeared will stay, I think, with the rest of the class for as long as they live. And the final memory is character assassination number 3. Harvey reading plays in class with his deep South American accent. It didn't matter whether the character came from New York or whether they came from Norway, it was always the same accent, and I'll never be able to read those plays without hearing Harvey's voice, so thank you, Harvey, for that.
Your dad? It's alright. You like your dad, don't you, Will?
Miss Collier? Or Miss Egner?
Mr. Shardlow's a bit of a lad. I don't want to incriminate myself.
Miss Lily.
Definitely. Yeah, Mr. Bag London.
Miss Thompson gets a massive shout out from me. She is my inspiration as a woman and I absolutely love her 100%. So, Cherie Thompson, stay how you are, don't change. Yeah.
I love Miss Lily.
Yeah, I second that one too. Snack week.
Snack week, yeah, that's great.
I mean, she hasn't done that for economics, you know, I totally did that, that's fine. And on behalf of my whole first class, Miss Collier.
No, I think that's just because you're a bit too...
I have to say, my boy Kirk, Mr. Kirk has been... He's perfect in many ways, really. It's hard to describe.
Miss Egner.
Probably Mr. Buckley.
Yeah, for sure, he's our buddy.
Mr. Buckley, for sure.
Mr. Jennings.
Yeah, it's Ted.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
No, Heather.
Mr. Garvey?
Sally Kirk, what woman?
I'm thinking Wayne still.
Wayne Shard?
Yeah.
That's not a bad shot. Incredible
Can't
shot.
go wrong.
What impression of Dory?
I can't really do an impression of him, but
Describe it.
brie, wine, and productivity.
Lydia? I'm gonna say. Her dance's just great. Jemima is quiet.
Jemima, yeah. Jemima.
Leah. She wants to wrap up my tights.
That man over there. Jacob Patterson, definitely.
Okay.
I think that is the word.
That is the word.
He says it a lot. He'll go.
He likes his.
Yes. Well. No. Sorry, I haven't done your English homework, Mr. Andrews.
Oh.
Sophisticated.
Sophisticated. Interesting.
Grudgy.
Cool kid.
Grudgy.
Oh, he's fabulous.
Word. Enigma.
And your favourite.
Frustrating. Sorry, I was not prepared, but yeah.
Who is he?
Absent. Yes, that's the right word. Absent in every way. Mind, body, vacant.
Oh, sorry. I was engrossed in this essay by Sebastian Gudge. It's always fascinating when you eventually get an essay from Seb, and very exciting because you never know whether it's going to be an A star or a U. I don't know what we're going to do with Seb. You never know what's going to happen to him. He might end up as a professor of classics at Oxford University or heavyweight champion of the world. I think what Seb really needs is a good woman. What he needs is a woman who's calm, relaxed, well organised. Something like Jemima Rees. Or, even better, Charlotte Waterhouse.
Lara and Puffy. And Lucy and Maureen. Yeah.
I'm going to have to say Alison Heather because,
Well, it's either Ben Johnson and Tang or Adam and Becky Walker.
Wait,
Ben? I can't decide between
Well,
two.
definitely. Harry White and Vicky.
They? Harry White
Yeah.
and Vicky in New York?
That was a thing.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
He had so many that, like, perfectly cut.
Harry White went out to everyone.
Harry White and Jade.
Even Alice. Yeah, clearly.
What's the important?
Actually, and Ellen, that was a good couple. I like that. I enjoyed that. Which one? Which time?
Wait,
Actually,
what?
Ellen, I don't know.
Wait, two.
Whichever time. It was just amusing. Ellen and Logan. Ellen and Logan. That was funny. Who else is Ellen now?
Well, what's up? Me and Joe Bailey.
What?
Yeah.
You're your own favourite couple. That's such a great. You think I'm such a great boy. Surely for favourite couple, you kind of need to say you and Bex.
No, is it like most funny looking back?
Oh, funny.
Oh, right.
Okay, good. You've probably saved that one now or played.
What
Most
else?
grafting, mate.
Favourite couple's me and Bex. Our favourite couple is him and Sophie.
No, yes.
Probably me and Cameron, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Ella and Patrick.
Vicky and Rob.
Matt and Alice.
Joe Forrest.
Beth, because she's from Rushton.
Harry True.
Actually, I would say Logan.
A white collar crime.
Misha.
Really?
Yes.
Misha? Yes.
Definitely Akshay. Study Akshay because he'll end up as a right-wing foul politician or something, and he'll do some obscene things to the poor people, and then we'll have a socialist revolution if people put him in prison and guillotined.
I was going to say Sam Clark, having to go tour with him. He's quite a rowdy lad.
Rowdy lad.
Maybe Will Harwood.
Chorus, definitely.
So we were in year 11 science, and he looks at me and he's like, Alice, look how close I can get my head to the table without it touching. I mean, he just full on headbutts the table, and then he was like, shit, that hurt.
My year 10 birthday party, when he stole literally every single bit of alcohol out of his house, took it with him to school. Nobody could carry it. We had to get 3 of us to carry it home from a bus. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Punching a pig.
That was mine. His dad broke up with the party.
Had to leave like 2 hours early.
Yeah, there was a time it was winter and it was snowing and everything froze and someone dared him at like midnight to lick a lamppost. And his tongue got stuck to the lamppost. He ripped it off and his tongue was bleeding and he was just screaming. That was pretty sad, Callum.
Scobby when he punched a bee to death.
I once witnessed him set fire to his own hands.
Yeah, when he broke into the wrong house. Trying to get to pranks.
Probably surfing. That was me.
Yeah.
In Hawaii, when we were all like having a talk and we just turned around and Dr. Evans was just like scraping gravel. And like just looking at it like this, and I'm pretty sure he smelt it at one point.
He likes to eat gravel on geology trips. But yeah, you can tell it's igneous. Yeah, definitely igneous.
When Dr. Evans spent like $500 on Domino's pizza, that was so good.
I mean, I've got to admit that for Berlin, my favourite character was Ben Phillips.
Shout out to Ben
He
Phillips.
was such a positive person to have on the trip, and he just made so many of my men.
I think it was when Mr. Drew mistook clouds for Australia.
Oh mum, look, I can see land!
No son, that's the clouds.
Mr. Star's sandals melting onto the floor and him running barefoot and burning himself.
Yeah, I'm gonna say sports tour, specifically the disco.
What's that with a load of year 8s? Harry Potter falling out of a tree! Oh, everyone thought he was dead. He just lying on the floor like, I'm paralysed. Didn't Kia have a shit on a rock? Oh yeah, Kia, not Kia Matanki back. Not Kia, Harris. Yeah, he had a little poo on a little rock. Yeah. My favourite was sports tour as well. But not really for a specific reason.
I was the top try scorer.
No, you were joint top. It's because nobody scored more than one joint.
I probably remember most getting sunburned, I think.
Favourite Hawaiian memory? Right, there's several of them actually. I think Henry Harwood leaving his passport at Heathrow on the outward journey. Mr. Guinness and myself amazingly finding it within 10 minutes of that. That would be one. The second one would probably be Abby Flatman dropping her phone in water twice, once in a rock pool and once in the toilet in her hotel bedroom, and then trying to dry it out. But probably the classic would be Dr. Edmonds ordering Domino's pizzas at a cost of $700, which we then negotiated down to $360.
Lots in Australia. The netball team's obviously doing really well, and you know some people really shining through in terms of their performances. The rugby as well, obviously, performances there. But my favourite definitely is the hockey. And my favourite moment, and my memorable moment, is the hockey team winning for the first time, and you know the picture of them in the goal, sort of celebrating after their first win. I think that's my big memory for the hockey in Australia.
What about Brianna Roberts' shorts?
Oh, my smart not tart comment is still there, and one or two of the other six still remind me of it.
And I'll never forget going to see Hertha Berlin play Hanover at the Olympic Stadium. I'm sorry about the trip home. We got the taxi, you didn't. It's all one of life's experiences. But it was a really, really good trip.
White House was kind of cool. I'd say Wayne Shardlow.
Oh, what a man.
Great guy.
Incredible.
Remember Jemima and Ruben having lots of very intense conversations.
Is that something we shouldn't say?
Went to see Hertha Berlin play football, and whilst all the students were trying to get the tube back to the hotel, me and Mrs. K just got a taxi and beat them all there.
Ice skating in America. I took a group ice skating, and there are two things to mention about ice skating. Is that Seb was actually an absolute star. Ruben wasn't. Ruben was like Bambi on ice. Really? Legs all over the place.
Elsie. Whinger.
Whinged on day 1.
Day 2.
Whinged when we walked on day 2.
Day 3.
And then walked about 12 miles on day 3 and she whinged.
And day 4.
And day 5.
Day 6.
And day 7. I think we were home day 8, so she was alright by that. In fact, she whinged so much we bought her a key ring, didn't we? She said
I'd walked my feet up in Washington DC. Tom had germs. Quite a lot of germs.
And we were very sympathetic.
not.
Go away, Tom, we don't want your germs.
It's a difficult one, but I think most of all the canteen food. Leave McElwain. And Jemima.
Okay, so this is quite cheeky of me, but I'm gonna miss tea and toast in the chapel. Not because I'm a practicing Christian.
They can't leave without talking about the Back Row Boys. Politics. We formed our own little pop group.
Thanks, Emmanuel.
How would I describe myself? Inspiration.
Oh my god. I can't actually do this. You're too much of a knob for one word. I can't.
Arrogant.
Very, very, very smart and very sweet.
No, I've got no. That's really. I just think he's too much, but that's 2 words.
Lovely student. Muppet. No, he's a good student. For the break. I was good.
Who has?
Pagan.
Enigma.
Word.
Annoying. Actually, in one word. Humble.
They're quite difficult lines. Like, I'm actually in awe of actually.
Okay.
Don't lie, y'all are pretty bored.
Redefine my love. Nigga, it ain't about the money. Girl, you turn up to the present heart emoji. Cause here's the thing, bitches lacking white wings. Fell and slice of frugal. Welcome mansion noodles.
Okay, now I'm back on this shit. Just believe me, you can suck my dick.
Why?
There's a duh.
White.
No, a name ain't Yee and it ain't Jay-Z, but my line's so dope, it's like Jay-Z. DJ Whiteboard, white as a duck. Woo!
Niggas telling me, yo, you rapping so dopely.
You rhyme so hard, the pen feeling bust.
Right, okay. Yeah? Right, okay. Okay, there's, alright, there's been an issue in the, common room. Okay, mate, appreciate.
Right, okay. It's packed in here like a pretty Moronga. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Ellie, you can take the minutes because you're a woman.
Something. When you know when he's like, oh, something about uteruses. Someone
Like, what does he say all the time?
right, okay.
Jimmy and Jemima.
Cheerio. Very simple, very straightforward. A's and B's don't grow on trees. If you've not got 3 D's at the end of year, cheerio. What's the other one? If I don't see you with your lanyard on by the end of the day, you'll be hanging from the common room roof by your ovaries. Be happy. On the count of 3.
I'm proud. He's the first York person to
Sam's will be our first godfather.
Yeah, well, more when Harry's will be our first father. Well, I think that's what you think of when you think of a child. I'm proud, you know.
I've known him since I was 4.
He's taking control of his own life.
We're hoping for a boy.
Oh, why?
What? You make it sound like you're also the father.
We're hoping for.
Are you adopting?
No, we want to carry on the good name of
Harry. No, I actually think it's good. I'm not even joking. I think it's good.
I went to church with him when I was like 4.
A child is an investment. Children pay your pensions.
Describe Scott in one word.
Sack.
Katie Owen in one word.
So, how would you describe Ellis in
Ellis
one word?
Gadsby, legend. Graphical legend. Highest marking folder I've ever seen, and she's now famous amongst all of my graphics students. She is like a demigod, and we often kneel in her presence.
How about Gemma Hunt?
Gemma Hunt has spent the last 7 years being my unpaid PA. Thank you, Gemma.
And Beth Ascot?
Little B, the only student that's shorter than me, and probably always will be. She's like my little sister. just want to put her in my pocket.
Eleanor, in one word.
Eleanor needs to shut up. But no, Eleanor's lovely. But Eleanor is the reason why, for the first time ever, I've put a Year 13 group into a seating plan.
Can you describe Tom Martins in one word?
Waste man. Is that one word?
Yeah.
Waste man.
Waste man.
Can you describe E-Man in one word?
No. An individual.
Horizontal. He was only more laid back. He'd be
Almost
horizontal.
liquid, even. Yeah, almost liquid.
It's just he sits there and that's it. He's like, yeah. You do my impression of Jemima. Well, yes. Well, that's what she does.
So, do your best impression of Patrick.
As head boy and captain of the rugby team, I'd just like to say that Mr. Young is a top bloke.
What student would you like to clip round the year? Students?
Yeah.
Sorry, is there a
Students.
list?
How long have you got for Mrs. Miller?
Go.
No, I have two.
Yeah.
Sam Marn, if I could ever get hold of him to clip him around the year, I might do that.
You
But
got
I
my
think
lesson today.
the most frustrating person I would really like to, and maybe I will before I leave, and that's Alex Teague. Love him to bits, but oh boy, I could just.
Mine would be Sam Clark for similar reasons. Catching him wouldn't be a problem because he's just wanders around, but actually, probably shake some sense into him.
I've got several actually. Barinda would be pretty high up on my list. Jake Peters, who we've already mentioned, and Phil Button.
I used to, because of course in the early days we used to hit them, and I used to love being hit.
Well, I still do, but it's just not recorded. I cut that for God's sake.
Right.
Okay.
I have a fear of the further group asking me a question because quite often I don't always know the answer.
Yeah, ditto for that.
Yeah, they can be very clever, and there's some very searching questions. They're generally a very good year group, I think. Don't you? Generally a very good year group.
Mostly.
Any prefer.
Although I do think Joe Harper might make part of this list.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially reflected in that contract.
What was that?
My words of wisdom would be that life's a journey, not a destination. Enjoy every moment along the way. You've all got so many different talents. Just make the most of the talents. Make the most of the time that you've got at university and work on that.
Well, I'd follow on from that. I mean, I really believe this, otherwise I wouldn't be a socialist. Every human being's got something very special, and you mustn't just think the only successful students are those who are going to get lines of A stars or, sports tournament. Everyone in their different way is very special. Just be yourself and enjoy that.
And I think it puts into context when I say to my geologist this afternoon, I just hope you all fail, because if you all fail, it means you're back here next year, and I can't give you a bigger compliment than that. So, good luck for the future, each and every one of you.
Work hard, play hard.
I like it. Work hard, play hard.